I did a fire pit without you. Can you smell it?
No, it doesn't smell like fire pit.
No? See, it would have been a good one for you to come to then.
This is gonna be a good show?
Oh, you're videoing?
No?
It's going to be fabulous.
This is Byron, Lazine, Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 29 of The Real Word. We've got an action-packed show.
Action-packed.
Really good. I love the topics.
They're so fun.
We got to get through the main topics so
Go
Nicole
ahead.
can have some fun getting to the rackets. Trelora. Ever heard of Trelora before today?
Today was the first day that I've heard of Trelora.
All right. Well, Trelora CEO tells regulators, "We've been egged and harassed for our innovation." Joshua Hunt, leader of the Colorado Flat-Free Brokerage, was one of several panelists to discuss business challenges at the joint DOJ-FTC workshop on real estate competition. Here's what I think is super interesting, which caught my attention right off the bat. Joshua said, "I have a list of over 719 brokerages in Denver alone."
Just in Denver.
Well, they're headquartered in Denver.
Right.
719 brokerages in Denver alone that have flat out said, notice he went with number 719. If he went 720,
It would have been like fake. He just pulled the number out of his ass.
All numbers that end in 0 are fake.
Fake.
So good job on that, Josh.
Yep.
719 brokerages in
0.99.
Denver said, "We won't show Trelora listings. We tell sellers 40% of agents push hard not to sell your home
What?
if you don't offer a 2.8% to 3% commission."
Stop it. Wait.
Well, here's what I'll say in his defense on this, and then you can go on. What I will say is, Joshua Hunt, you're 100% correct, my man. There are definitely brokerages out there that are telling, when they're on a listing appointment, telling the seller flat out, "Hey, you list with Trelora, my whole office, me, everybody here at
legal?
brokerage." Of course it's not legal. There are brokerages that do it in our marketplace 100%.
Yeah, there are actually some agents that I've come across that even with like commissions, like, I'm not going to show your property if you're offering out 2%. And I'm like, yeah, crazy.
And this has gone on for years in real estate.
Crazy.
I mean, I've had people come to me and they're like, "Byron, you know that so-and-so office across the street from you guys, they will not show the house if I list with you."
What?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, there's a brokerage in Old Lyme, Connecticut
Stop it.
this is like,
What?
this is the culture inside that office. There's plenty of offices that are like that.
Wow.
Oh, 100%.
Ugh.
100%.
It's actually like
So what Trelora does,
so disheartening.
if you're new to Trelora and what they're doing, they charge sellers a listing fee of $2,500.
But it does go on the MLS, right? So how is it then that but they're saying that they're not even going to be putting them on their
Putting them on what?
Oh, I thought it was saying that they weren't even going to be putting on their website or something. It just means that they're not going to actually they're just not going to show
No,
it.
these agents are like, "Hey, listen, you list with Trelora, we're not going to show the listing.
We're not showing you the
We're not showing the listing."
Hmm.
So Trelora charges sellers $2,500 plus whatever compensation the seller chooses to offer to the buyer's agents. Typically, Trelora is going to tell them that they don't have to offer that full going rate. Say it's 3. They're saying, "Hey, you don't have to do that. You're going to be able to get people to show your property." Trelora believes a seller can get away with only offering $2,500. If Trelora believes that they can get away with only offering $2,500 to buyer's agents, then they'll advise them to do so. If they think they're going to need, a percentage of the sale, then they're going to advise them to do that.
I'm totally listening to you, but I'm reading and listening at the same time. They're charging buyers a fee?
No.
The brokerage charges all buyers a flat fee of $2,500 to $3,000 depending on their service level. So are they representing buyers and then charging buyers? They're offering buyers agents money, but it looks like they're then charging their buyers. So they must get buyers too. The brokerage charges all buyers a flat fee.
I see that. I don't know if that was a typo and they're talking about sellers, because the sellers obviously get charged $2,500.
Yeah, right.
And I've only really known,
because those little bastards, they're getting the percentage plus they're charging their people 3 G's.
I don't know that
Dude,
they're charging
you're gonna
buyers.
go under for just doing that.
That could be a typo. Let's just
Inman,
focus
get
on
your story straight.
Let's focus on the listing side.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Well, I'm worried about the buyers here because I'm going to show Trelora's listing because I certainly
Well, they're not
don't.
in Connecticut, yeah.
I'm just saying because if my buyer wants that house, the last thing I want to do is show 100 others to try and find
not show the one
that
they really want.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people. Now you're just wasting your time.
Hunt says over 80% of our business comes from repeat and referral business. If you have a great experience and save the seller $30,000, you're going to tell people about it.
Right.
Makes sense?
I wonder what their marketing strategy is, though, on
Let's get into that.
$2,500.
And so
Holy hell. What are you doing?
Right. Here's where I think...
What can you do? You can't do anything for $2,500.
You and I both know how much stuff sellers ask for.
Yeah.
And with all the stuff that they ask for, are you gonna run Facebook ads? Are you gonna put me in this publication? Are you gonna do that?
Publications.
We don't do that, but I'm just saying, like, all these different things that they ask for. Are you gonna do a video? Are you gonna do drone shots?
A video alone is gonna cost you almost 2 G's.
Are you gonna do Matterport? Are you gonna do interactive floor plans? Are you gonna
or these people are doing this, like.
And so
take my firstborn.
What Trelora or a company like that is going to offer for $2,500? Listen. Nobody's in business to spend $2,500 marketing your home, right? If they're only getting, that's
wow.
bad. Sorry about that.
Wow.
But if they're only getting $2,500, a little rude.
Rude.
I forgot to turn the sound off here. If they're only charging $2,500, they're not leaving. There's going to be a margin that they want. I don't know if it's 50%. Say it's 50%.
Dude, can you imagine if the house took like years to sell?
Right.
I mean, you're really then just being pushed to the bottom.
For if you're going to run through $1,200, if you're doing photography and aerials and floor plans, you're going to run through that $1,200 before you even get a chance to distribute the photography and the video and all this kind of stuff. You're going to have no
money left to get it to the right buyers. I mean, how are you even going to achieve that one?
So what price point do you think Trelora becomes extremely impactful?
You mean with the $2,500? Like, where's the seller? I'm not so certain. I kind of want to see their marketing.
Here's where $2,500
cheapers.
Here's where $2,500 cost to the seller becomes very impactful. Somebody's got a $199,000 home. I'm going to pay $2,500. I know I'm selling it. I know for a fact. I'm not just testing the market. I'm a real seller at this point because I'm putting $2,500 up. So on $199,000, say 6%. You're talking about 12G.
Right.
I'm going to pay $2,500, and I'm going to offer 1% to the buyer's agents. So that's going to be 1%. It's going to be 2% of the sale. Now I'm in for $4,500. $8,000 or $7,500 for someone selling a $200,000 home is a significant amount of money.
Right.
And what I would argue is that seller, what they would get from a traditional average agent in America today for the 6%, I bet you Trelora is likely doing a better job.
For sure.
Because they're getting unprofessional photos from a lot of agents.
Oh, for sure.
Trelora is going to actually do professional photos.
How do you know?
I know they're doing professional photos.
Can you even buy a house for $199 in their area? I mean.
Oh, in Denver? No. I mean, so Trelora's point is I don't even think they're going that low. I just think that this model works for the lower price point, and it doesn't work for somebody that's in the luxury market or the median price, above median price point of an area, because those sellers typically want a lot of exposure because they're going to have fewer buyers.
Right. I mean, I don't even think Trelora can afford one of those electronic lock boxes. Those electronic lock boxes alone are like $200 to put on a door. I mean,
well,
I kind of want to sit down with Trelora. I kind of want to sit down with Mr. Hunt and
what's your thought? What's your thoughts on the harassment from other brokerages?
I think it's sad. I'm sure it's happening. I hope no one's saying that about me, that they won't show my properties.
Of course they are.
It's just like,
that Nicole Wade,
really,
I tell
people just like, let's all sell homes. Let's just do it, right?
This has been the problem with real estate.
You want to sell, my people want to buy. Like, let's just like.
Right, but people are so like caught up in protecting their. We're going back to like the Greg Hegward, protecting their commission at all costs, right?
There's
getting very
so
emotional.
much flipping business to go around. Like, there is enough. Like, I don't need to even compete with you. Like,
but you need to treat this as a business, and you need to be, as an agent, you need to be totally comfortable with competition, capitalism. This is America. If somebody's going to come in with a better model than you,
Yeah.
you need to either offer
Right.
more
Yep.
or you need to figure out a way to compete. That's it. End of story.
I think the best thing though is that I'd be like, okay, when you're done listing with Byron and he doesn't sell it, like then come to me and
right.
then I'm laughing in your face.
Right. But here's the thing. If Trelora
right?
continues to sell homes, they will disrupt these marketplaces.
Right.
I mean, the fact that they have a list of 719, whether it's true or not, 719 brokerages.
It's a lot of brokerages.
I'm certain, I'd bet every penny I have that there are brokerages that are not showing their listings because I've seen it in this marketplace. I know about it in other marketplaces, and I'm certain that that's happening. And that, my friends, is a complete shame. It's pathetic.
Shame.
So,
gosh.
and listen.
And then people wonder why realtors have a bad freaking rap.
Exactly.
Holy hell.
It's only going if you take that approach as an agent, you're only exiting the business even quicker than
I
you
hope you're
think.
exiting the business quicker. I don't want to play with
All right,
you.
you ready for the rackets?
Ready?
I'm surprised you got through that topic.
I did it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
kind
like
of
that
angry
one.
now. I'm a little like frazzled by it.
You jacked up?
A little bit. It's kind of sad. I feel bad for Trelora.
All right, this is
Although I think they're really going to go broke, but maybe not.
maybe not. We'll see what
You can
happens.
edit that
Time will
out.
tell.
You
I don't think I want to leave that in because I don't think they're gonna go broke.
$2,500. Like,
Yeah.
how do you like?
I think they're gonna have to change the
Holy
model, but
shnikes.
I want to be on record of saying I think Trelora will not go broke.
Well, okay,
Just
if
to see
they
if you win.
maintain the $2,500 flat fee,
They maintain the $2,500 flat fee and then play
Or-
in the lower price point.
because there are some flat fee brokerages that around here that just charge just to get on MLS, and they're not promising anything. So I really need to see
Those
what
charge
Trelora is
$500.
promising. Like, what's
They do
Trelora
professional
promising?
photography.
Yeah.
Um,
Do they have their own photographer, like on staff?
I believe everything is in house.
In-house.
In Trelora. That's what, and I was at the Swanepoel Summit, and I actually met the CEO, and I believe everything is in house
Mm-hmm.
at Trelora.
The only problem that I have about that, though, too, is, because, well, anyway, onto the brackets.
All right. Racket number 1.
Yes.
Your Realtor Mag highlight of the show.
Gotta.
You always got to throw in a Realtor Mag.
Oh, we gotta
All right.
keep it going.
Builders face cluster mailbox requirements. The U.S. Post Office has been attempting to reduce or eliminate sidewalk and curbside delivery to single-family homes, and the new construction market is feeling the effects. The National Association of Home Builders reports on its Eye on Housing blog.
It's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I guess instead of charging more for a stamp, they're just making these builders cluster their mailboxes.
They're making it easier on
for delivery.
on the delivery
Right.
side.
Well, they're probably, again, you got to pay the people, right?
Gotta pay.
Yeah,
Gotta pay
and
the
right now we're paying with our stamps.
I mean, our new
you know?
development. It's condo, but the mailboxes are clustered.
Yeah, well, that makes sense in that situation.
Yeah.
This is like a whole, like, I'm assuming like a single family development. Like,
Sounds like it.
if you're talking about 24 homes, they're probably all at the beginning.
95% of builders in the West reported encountering a cluster mailbox requirement compared to 59% in the Northeast
I'm
and
curious,
Midwest,
like,
54% in the South.
What, like, are you a builder out there? Like, are you mad about that? I don't know why I would even play. Like, it probably wouldn't bother a builder, maybe a buyer, but if this is going to be the new
I don't know why that would bother
norm,
a builder either.
The builder should just be like, whatever. Like, you're lucky I even gave you a mailbox. You know?
Do you want to have a cluster mailbox or a solo mailbox? I don't even think it matters. I think this is a complete racket.
You're
because
lucky that I'm even checking my mailbox.
Exactly.
Like, it's all a bunch of junk mail.
the
Everything
stuff
comes
going
to my emails.
into the box is
Yeah.
not
And
relevant.
it's the newspapers that everybody gets that
Oh,
turns
the
into
cute-
firewood.
Yeah.
Like, I burnt it last night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When
I think it's a racket that Realtor Mag even wasted my time.
all my
reading it.
mail, and this is when I really stopped like doing any direct mail. It's like I don't even take it out of the envelope. I just see it on the front. I just rip it, garbage, rip it, garbage. I don't even open it and go through it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I go through a few things because I like my rent. Like I like rent checks that come.
I think what
to the
people want to
mail,
make
but-
sure is that their Amazon box is coming to their door.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what people care about.
Right. I mean, and those probably are. I mean, we're talking about the U.S. Post Office.
That's a
It's
complete
clustered-
racket.
Such a racket.
All right, what's
But-
next? What do we got next? We've got, this is what the average American's dream home looks like.
It's-
Racket number 2. Your thoughts, Nicole White.
I have there's many different things that
We'll
we can
put
talk
up,
about on
Sam,
here.
we've got some good
Blueprints.
Blueprints. We're going to
For
put
the
these
dream
up,
home.
put them all up anywhere you
It's
can.
a fabulous home. It's super contemporary. It's about 2,200 square feet. These buyers are actually willing to spend.
It's modern contemporary for millennials and Gen X. The boomers want ranch style. They want that single
Right.
level.
Well, if you look though too, the boomers are also looking for homes near the water and all, but Gen Xers and millennials are looking for like the suburbs and country. So we're talking really, there's two very different needs and wants there. But I think what's funny to me, because everyone always jokes about like HGTV when they watch it, like I want like this, and this, and
HGTV is the worst thing that ever happened to real estate.
And I have like a $1.3 million budget, and I sell paper clips. Because I know how much you love paper clips.
Yeah,
you know?
paper clips.
People buy paper clips all the time. But yeah, so it says that they're willing to spend $1.3 million to snag these homes, but they're actually only earning between $30,000 and $50,000 a year.
$30,000 to $50,000 a year.
But they're willing to spend.
This whole thing, the dream home thing, is a complete racket.
Such a racket.
If you're buying a single family home because it's your dream, you've really got to figure out, and here in the front line, this speaks to me more. Mm-hmm. According to a survey conducted by Digital Third Coast, 75% of Americans believe home ownership isn't necessary to live a good life. I applaud that 75%, because if you're focused on, and listen, this is crazy coming from an agent, but if you're focused on...
Are you going to go there? Like you're going to do it?
Yeah, 100%. If you're focused on buying a single family home to fulfill your life, you've got problems. You've got a lot of problems. That's not going to make you happy as a human being.
Oh.
And then these thoughts... what do you mean I held back?
You have a lot of other things you wanted to say. I heard you this morning at 8:30 on the phone.
These people that are filled out this survey, they're making, to your point, $30,000 and $50,000 a year, but they have these dreams of these $1.3 million
I don't
homes.
even think you could live in your parents' home for $30,000. I mean...
The fact that people today want to have... I'm going to like go Gary V on people right now. Like the fact that people want to have $1.3 million in their dreams, $1.3 million home, that are making $30,000 to $50,000, but then, they're basing their happiness off of these physical things, have their priorities completely out of whack.
I bet you they went to college too.
And I bet you they went to college and they have debt, and that's why they're making the 30 to 50K right now, because they spent 4 years not advancing their career. They spent their 4 years drinking keg beer. But I would focus on trying to add a zero to my 30 to 50. How do I make 300 to 500 a year so I can truly live the life I want and truly support the people around me that I want to support? That's where your focus should be. 100%.
Right.
Because a house doesn't make you happy.
No, they're saying that it's not making them happy. We're just talking about a dream home. I mean, the whole thing's a racket. I mean, it's all like rainbows and butterflies, really. I mean, they have some really good like statistics in there, but the whole thing, the house that they drew was a racket. The fact that they're even saying that they'll spend $1 million, like that's a racket. Like, I don't know. I don't even think anybody knows what that even means. It's a racket. And
then people are talking about, 2,200 square feet is my dream home size.
Yeah.
Then you bring people, we do it all the time, you bring people in a 2,000 square foot space and they're like, what, this is 2,000?
Where's the store? Where do I
keep all my crap?
Where do I keep my Christmas ornaments?
The fact
where do I wash my dog?
I have this argument with my wife all the time. The fact that we need to have space to store something that's coming out one time a year is stupid. Like, I'd rather buy ornaments once a year than buy the square footage to store the ornaments.
That might be a business.
Loaning the Christmas ornaments?
Yes, they deliver them to the house. You spend maybe $500 to get a full house decoration, and then you send them back.
Because people are buying...
That's not a racket.
I mean, look at all the people that are cleaning up on storage units, right?
Right.
For people to put stuff in a box, forget about what they even have in there, and pay somebody a fee monthly.
Right.
That's a complete racket.
We can work on that.
Stuff. People get stuff.
I would pay money though to have I got to just pick the ornaments and the decorations and they just sent them and then I just put them back in the box. It's sort of like a caterer, right? And then I just shove them back in the box and then they come and they pick them up.
It's the logical thing to do, but people are never going to give up, little Danny's ornament from when he was one.
First Christmas.
But then Auntie gets little Danny his number 2 Christmas, and then that one becomes emotional.
Well,
and then
the problem
3,
is though is that then your parents push them on you. So now I have all my first ornaments. So I was like, no, you got those, not me. It's my papers. You saved the papers.
Why do people?
It's a pretty kick-ass looking house, though.
I
can't deny it.
Why do people buy anything, whether it's a dream home, a cell phone, water? Why do people buy any product?
I buy things because I want it. I want them.
No, you don't buy things because you want them.
I do.
Everyone buys something.
Like I got this jacket. I really wanted it.
No. You didn't buy that jacket because you wanted it.
No.
You bought that jacket to solve a problem.
Oh.
People buy a house. Right now, I'm looking at a bigger house, the big dream home, to solve a problem.
Yeah, the wife?
The problem is...
That was a joke, Nicole. I love you.
That we need more space because we have a kid and, maybe another kid or
Maybe
whatever, the
all
whole
the
thing.
ornaments. I mean, you're going to get a new one every
Yeah,
year.
the toys. You gotta buy more square footage to have a plastic toy that you're going to throw away in 4 years anyways. But to solve a problem, right? You bought that jacket to solve a problem. You needed a new look. You needed some new gear. You wanted to feel good about yourself.
I wanted it, though.
Same thing in real estate. People are doing it to feel good, to solve that problem.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah. It's like keep up with the Joneses. It's like
keeping up with the Joneses mentality.
super jelly.
All right, bracket number 3.
We're on it.
What's the connection between birth rates and home values?
I had it all wrong. Before I read the article, I'm like, I bet you this article is about the fact that people are not having children, so they're not needing to buy a bigger home, so home values are going down. I was wrong. Home values are actually going up so high that people can't even afford to have children.
Yeah, and so they're focused, again, we've talked about this is an Inman article, but they're always focusing on these large, cities or areas. So the trend Los Angeles County, where home values increased 31% from 10 to 2016. During the same time, birth rates fell 17%. So that means 2,588 fewer babies. But here's what I believe. People don't move to LA to have kids.
No, well, I also...
People move to LA maybe to, do the practice of having kids, but they're just not actually having the kids.
Right. So I guess...
They move to LA for career.
I do think it's interesting, though, the birth rate and the prices. I get that for the way that it's working for right now, but I think that people are just waiting longer to have children. I don't think, honestly, you can ever afford having a child. There's never a good time. You never, ever have enough money. Yeah. I mean, holy
Young couples
schmoly.
said financial stability or the lack of it is an important factor in their decision to have children. But true financial stability may be out of reach for most as home prices continue to rise.
Right.
So I agree with you that,
or they just have to scale back their dream home. Sorry guys, you're not buying a home for $1.3 million on third. You're lucky to probably buy a house for $200. Go talk to Trelora. They'll help you on a flat fee for a $199 home, because that's pretty much all you can afford off of a $30,000 income. Yeah. For real. And I mean, and not even talking about a city, because your taxes might actually blow you out of the water and something like that. But anyway,
I gotta tell you
that
the whole kid thing really screws with people's minds. It really gets you to make certain decisions, like
you have them,
the stress of the
having
kid.
you have a child, and it screws.
Once you have a child,
dude, the sleep deprivation alone with your mind.
Yeah.
I
mean, you don't
even know what's going on. The screaming.
The trying to get this little human being to behave really screws with you so much, where you start overreaching on everything. I need a bigger car. I need a bigger house, to be able to handle all this stuff. And then that's where people overreach. Right. And going back to the other one, the dream home thing.
Well, and then there's other people like me that are like, hey, let's just compound the effect and
this is
at
where
2, 3.
This is where people get stuck in this middle America type of thing, because they overreach for the car, the house, and then college comes up, and they're just paying this debt cycle for the rest of their life, instead of figuring out how they can grow their position at their company, grow their income, because that alone will solve a lot of these problems. Yeah. But people don't want to focus on money, they want to focus on happiness.
Yeah, well, I think
they're hand in hand.
Yeah, they are. I think, though, too, that a lot of people are, unfortunately, looking at what others are doing, and, I mean, I fall into the trap, too. I have an 11-year-old daughter, and she wants a cell phone because all of her friends have one.
She's got one.
We got her one, yes.
It's about time. Imagine waiting 11 years of your life for a cell phone. Ridiculous.
She doesn't need it. What does she need? It works now because she stays home alone, so I can now at least be
My daughter's 16 months, and she needs a phone. She's home with my wife all day. She's bored. She needs a phone. We need to get that girl an iPhone.
Oh, Lord.
Her own.
Anyway, it's very easy to fall into
What is
trap.
really the problem with a kid having a phone?
There's so many problems.
There's so many. Name one.
Well, it actually exposes her a little bit more to
the real world?
Well,
you want to live in a fake world?
No. I don't think that was the Racket. I think you're Another day. We'll have a different.
Racket number 4.
It'll be the cell
Give me
phone
the
racket.
number one problem with a child having a cell phone.
Well, so she does have some homework, and she gets sucked in. She gets totally sucked into her cell phone.
Addiction.
Like
So you think addiction is
videos and
the
like
problem.
YouTubes. But I also am a little concerned because I do think that it's much easier for children to like bully in like a group text setting when they don't have to actually see the child. So I just didn't honestly want to expose her to. I know that there's going to be bullying, and I know
People say things through text or online
because they don't
differently than being
absolutely
face-to-face.
100%.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to expose her to that. I know that she's not emotionally prepared to handle it. I'm not even so certain
I'm
how
not talking about your daughter. I'm talking about
No, but I'm just saying in general,
Yeah.
like that was my biggest concern is that there would then be, because I know it's going to happen. I mean, I was in 5th grade, like I remember what happened in 5th grade, but I just didn't want to expose her to like that side of it yet. I'd rather her just all of her other friends have phones and they're bullying each other and she has no idea. I'd just stay as young as long as you can. That was really my point.
Stay young from Nicole White.
As long as you can. Yes.
We're going to episode 30.
I mean,
next week.
Growing up is turning 30. Like turning 30 is a racket.
I knew she'd go age on that.
I mean.
All right.
Anyway.
Drop us your thoughts, your input. We're going to link up all these articles as we always do so you can check them out and see where these sources came from. Love to hear your opinion on the dream home thing.
Yeah, the dream home. Yeah,
I really
that's
think
a good one.
I think that ties into this last one a little bit too with the birth rates and the home values and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's it. That's the real word. That's the word. See ya.
See ya.